Hello, I'm Bryan Hutcheson, Sheriff of Rockingham County in the city of Harrisonburg. Thank you for joining us for this week's segment of the Rocktown Crime Report on RocktownNow.com. Today's Friday, October the 18th, and I think we got a great segment for you. So we're going to start right off with some jail numbers and then get to our question of the day, which is a good one, I think. We're going to actually have a little, another segment we're going to attach to it when we get to that question. But let's start off with a look at some jail numbers and see, kind of the crimes that are going on here locally in Harrisonburg, Rockingham. And for this segment, we're doing it kind of by the day of the week. So if you check out this graphic we have for you here, you'll see that we looked at the past 3 weeks. So really in the one column, September 22nd through the 28th, Sunday through Saturday, 97 total arrests in our area. The following week, September the 29th through October the 5th, pretty close to that, 98 for that week. And you see the dates broken down by the day of the week. And then the October 6th through October the 12th, a total of 90. And again, you can kind of look and see how many arrests were made by each day of the week. Kind of a different way of looking at it. And also, if you look, probably not too surprisingly, if you look and see that on that graphic, the biggest day of the week was the 52 for Sunday. And you think Sunday starts at midnight Saturday. So not really too awful surprisingly when you see that the highest day of the week or the highest arrest totals for that 3 week period is Sunday. Well, that kind of makes sense. 52 is the highest. The lowest day, also really not surprisingly in looking at that graphic, is the 27. So on a Monday for those 3 weeks, that was the lowest day of the week as far as arrests go. And again, not something that's too surprising at all. Really kind of looking at it, maybe what you would expect. It's always a little bit busier on the weekends with all kinds of crime, and then during the week, generally we hope it slows down a little bit during the weeks, as you see there looking at that graphic for the Mondays. So really kind of a 3 week look at the total numbers of arrests by the day of the week. An interesting way of looking at it, and it's also interesting to see the numbers pretty consistent in looking at the 97, the 98, and the 90. The total number of arrests in that 3 week period were the 285. So call it, right around 90 or so per week is generally about consistent. And what we've seen, if you've seen some of the previous segments that we've done, usually anywhere between 85 and 95 per week is a normal amount of arrests here for our locality. So nothing, no great increases, no really big decreases either, but sometimes consistency is a good thing to see, that just, this is what we're facing. There's always something going on, but no big spikes really by the day of the week or even in the totals themselves. So interesting way of looking at some of those numbers we wanted to give to you today. And next up, we're going to take a look at our question of the week. And I think this question of the week, I'm pretty sure actually came in as a follow-up to a previous segment we did. We did a few weeks back a special segment for one of our canines, Vante, who's retiring. The retirement's official on November the 1st, but we did a little segment kind of thanking Vante and his handler, Corporal Morris, both been awesome for us for a long time, and we did a little demo on that segment. If you didn't see it, check it out. Rocktown Crime Report, it's on YouTube, but Rocktown Now probably has it in the archives as well. We did that, and this question I think came in probably as a result of that, and that question we'll look at today is, how many canines does RCSO have? So with Vante retiring here soon, pretty much he's easing on into a well-deserved retirement now, that leaves us with 4 active canines that we have working for us here, them and their handlers, which are all great here at RCSO. And what we're going to do, we're going to go outside and we're going to introduce you to them. So let's take a break. We'll see you out there. All right, hey, we're out here. We're getting ready to meet. We have 4 currently working and highly active RCSO canines. We're going to introduce them to you right now. First up, coming right on down, joining us here. Here, sit. There you go. Looking the wrong way, but that's okay.
Sit. Deputy Terry Pence. This is Zoe. She's a 3-year-old bloodhound trained in man trailer.
All right, and Zoe actually replaced the first ever, Deputy Pence was also the handler, for the first ever RCSO canine, Lucy, who's living a happy retirement right now, kind of the big sister to Zoe. Zoe's picking up where Lucy left off and doing a great job for us. All right, thank you. Next up, RCSO canine coming through here.
Deputy Warwood. This is Zary. He's 2 years old. He's a Belgian Malinois. Just came back from school with him a couple months ago.
And you can see, good looking dog, high energy, really raring to go and already doing a great job for us. Great things to come. Great handler, great canine. Next up. Coming on down here.
Hi, I'm Deputy Laura Chambers, and this is Canine Aries. We just came back from Indiana where we did 6 weeks of schooling. Aries is a Dutch Shepherd. He is 16 months old, and he is a dual-purpose narcotics and apprehension canine.
All right, and the thing on Aries is we're currently having a fund drive that a local business, Finnegan's Cove, has offered to do to get Aries a bulletproof vest, a ballistic vest. As you can see, what he's got on right now is just canvas, and there's actually a ballistic vest. Since as an apprehension canine, we'll send him into some bad spots. He's ready for it, you can tell. But this fundraiser they're doing, if you check out Finnegan's Cove, great restaurant right down the street here. They're doing a barbecue fundraiser to kind of raise some money to get that vest, which is not cheap, as you can imagine. We had been having Aries in the old vest of our other dog, Titan, who's coming up next, and you'll see due to the size difference, the vest has to fit right, and it just wasn't. So thanks to Finnegan's Cove for doing that fundraiser that we got going on right now and getting the vest for this dog, and you can see he's ready to go too. So there you go, bud. All right, next up, last but not least.
I'm Deputy Travis Balger, and this is Canine Titan. He's a 7-year-old Belgian Malinois. He's a dual-purpose dog.
And the thing about Titan is, so he was sponsored by, really the reason we got Titan is thanks to Mill Creek Country Store out on Port Road. If you're kind of going from RH towards Grottoes, Mill Creek Country Store actually has their coffee section named after Titan. Best coffee in Rockingham County. Go by Mill Creek Country Store, get a cup of coffee. You're going to see that mug right there, and that's a working mug right there. You also, what we're going to do is I'm going to tease this a little bit. Next week's segment, we're going to have an action demo involving Titan. He's our senior deputy in the canine division. You met all four now. He's got the seniority. We're going to do, right now you see this calm, pleasant demeanor. For next week's segment, you're not going to want to miss it, because we're going to show you how quickly that switch gets flipped to business mode. So we'll see you next week on that. But for now, those are the 4 canines, great handlers that we're very fortunate and blessed to have here at RCSO. Thanks for tuning in.